Welcome to Rethink Ed, where together we power potential. Today we're taking a look at extension activities in Vizzle. We're going to kick off by talking about what exactly is an extension activity. Where can you find them? How do they support universal design for learning? When can you use them? And of course, a demonstration in Vizzle. We want to make sure you know exactly where to go and how to use them in the classroom. So let's kick off by talking about what exactly is an extension activity. Well, these are printable resources that can be used in a variety of ways. The idea is generalization. We want to make sure students are doing things not just on the computer, but offline as well. And you can find them throughout Vizzle topics. So as you go and explore our skills suite, every topic has a set of leveled extension activities. So you'll find instructions for level 1, 2, and 3 students with different kinds of resources, from text only to additional tearaways or visual supports. Our K-12 academics also have extension activities sprinkled throughout. You'll find these like science experiments, math worksheets, and flashcard practice. There's all different kinds of things that you'll find throughout. As you open up any topic in Vizzle, you'll find a section that says extension activities if they are available. You'll also find an observational scoring card. I point this out because it's important to know that you can also track progress offline. You can grab these easily printed cards and track student performance in terms of levels of independence, engagement, and really see that the students are learning and applying things outside of the interactive lessons within the program. When we talk about leveled extension activities, you'll find these in our grade banded skill suite. Why is this important? Well, when we think about life skills, social skills and transition, vocational skills, it's not just something that's happening online. Our students need to practice these skills. We want to observe them and make sure that we're shaping them in the classroom. This is incredibly important, whether it's following a schedule or greeting and having conversations with peers. When we're talking about transition vocational skills and the students going out maybe to work in the community, all of these things need guidance and shaping, and you'll find that in our leveled extension activities. Our standards aligned intervention curriculum also has those extension activities. So as you're looking at our K-12, ELA, math, science, and social studies, we'll show you where to find those under the topics if they're available. I always like to end with this piece because I just think it's so important. We want to make sure that we're following those best practices and universal design for learning. So when you go in and look at any topic, know that they're all organized with a quick pre-assessment, resources for vocabulary and key instruction, generalization activities, and that opportunity to reassess. The generalization piece is what we're focusing on here. And whether it's the interactive lessons in Vizzle, whether you're printing those out or going to the extension activities section, we want to make sure that students can show what they know with different levels of representation, action, expression, engagement. How can the students show what they know in their student learning journey? So as you go in and we explore those topics, know that you have this entire wheel of resources and activities, and they can be done interactively to collect that data automatically, or they can be printed out for offline experiences. Let's take a look. All right, you're noticed here that I have logged into Vizzle, and I'm on the Lessons tab at the top of the screen. Under my filters, I really like the unit view because I like to see the sequence and the organization of the materials that are being presented. So I'm under Skill Suite, and you can use the toggle to go down to life skills, social skills, or transition vocation. I'm going to start with our older students and then come down and look at some of the content for our younger students. So when we talk about transition and vocation, you can see a series of units that I can explore in terms of my planning and resources. I'm just going to scroll down. I love this one for employability skills. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the details button, and that's going to take me to an overview, remembering that extension activities are always attached to the topic. So I can click on any topic in my list. I can choose my level of instruction, making sure that I'm thinking about that student learning engagement level. It's going to populate the series of activities for my assessment, instruction, and generalization. And then I have all of my resources in the middle of the screen. This gives you your lesson plan, your unit guide, that blank observational scoring sheet if you want to track that offline information, and our section for extension activities. You simply click and open up the activity here, and then the upper right-hand corner, you can download it, you can print it out. And what I want you to see is that the first page is always a set of leveled instructions. So how are you working with different levels of students? And then it's going to give you a series of resources. So for this one, the students are working on stocking shelves. We're practicing some skills as the students are going out and doing some vocational work in the environment or out in the community. So you'll see that the first one is really just a checklist. So the student here would be reading independently and walking through. They're restocking that classroom grocery store. As you scroll down to our level 2, you'll see additional visuals added. So the student might need additional prompts or visual cues. We're making sure that all of our students can engage in the learning and have that opportunity to participate. We're shaping those skills as we move through. So simply print it out, use it during that independent work time, use it during those specific areas that you're working on instruction. So I love this piece. I'm going to go back out to Vizzle. I'm going to head back to our lessons library. And I want to point out that you can find these in different areas in different ways. So whether you're clicking on transition vocation, click on life skills, you can choose your grade band. You're going to find all of these units for easy organization. So if you're working on personal care, you can come in and look at choosing clothing, choose your level of instruction, and then your activities will load. Here we have 2 different extension activities that you can click and print. Here we have some flashcards where the students are looking at different types of weather. They're matching it to different kinds of clothing. Think about this could be a file folder activity, or it could be a memory game where you flip the cards over. There's lots of ways to use these resources in different ways. Because we are in our skill suite, you'll also find our leveled set of resources as well. So it's giving you your leveled instructions, different resources for students to think about the application here. Okay. I'm going to head back out and head back to our library. I also want to point out that you'll find resources in our academic curriculum as well. So these are all grade level. So I'm in first grade right now. I'm going to use my drop down. You can go to ELA, math, science, or social studies. What I think is important here is they're sprinkled throughout. So if you see them, you'll know them. It's just a great way to reinforce learning. So maybe I'm going into numbers and operations. I can click on the topic that I'm looking to support, and then underneath you'll see all of those same sets of resources. So choose your level of instruction, all of your lessons load, you have your lesson plan, unit guide, your scoring sheet, and of course those extension activities underneath. So maybe we're working on adding and subtracting. You can click on that resource and it's going to give you some additional pieces of information as we're working through that particular topic. Heading back to the lessons tab, you can explore these for any grade level. I'm going to go ahead and click on the drop down, and maybe we're going to go to ELA. I'm going to scroll down and take a look at high school. Here you can choose your course. So maybe we're looking at our newest English 4 course, click the apply button. Our recently added high school courses, so English 4, financial literacy, US government, and economics. All of these courses have extension activities as well. So if we're looking at storytelling, I click on the details button. I can go into any of my topics, and you'll find that section with those extension activities there as well. Whether it's a graphic organizer, a journal entry, different ways for the students to work and share and show what they know. We're looking forward to supporting you this school year. We want you to print these things out. We want you to use them in centers and stations during independent work time. Take that opportunity to practice what the students know in that hands-on opportunity. Print out these observational scoring cards so you can track how the student is doing and generalizing these lessons into real life, into the environment. We're excited to be here with you and exploring on your journey with your students. Let us know how we can help, and happy Vizzling.